What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B here in a small island off the coast of Costa Rica. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning on the second day of March 2023. Spring is definitely here. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. We're having 25-mile-an-hour winds. My allergies are going crazy. And nothing says spring like a Kickstarter of a role-playing game getting fully funded. Congratulations to my friend over at the ARCANE Library for getting her old school gaming, new school mechanic tabletop role-playing game project Shadowdark fully funded within like an hour or two of going live on Kickstarter. For a small press individual who didn't do a lot of, preambling about this, she just said, I've already got a game, half done. The OGL thing happened. Everybody else is like talking about it. I'm just going to do it. What's the worst going to happen? And she was fully funded in that. And she is getting amazing reviews. Even people who don't have the book are posting reviews about how amazing it is. How's it's going to, change the gaming thing. It's going to be the OSR game of the year. It's going to be the darling of the year. I funded it, of course, but I've been a fan of her stuff for a while now. I've reviewed her stuff over at Site A. So, yeah, and she sent me a sticker. So, I'm an easy man, toy, send me a sticker and I'll show your merch, Speaking of merch, if you want to take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the OGGM Adventures and considering backing my merch, or heading on over to Kickstarter and backing her. So congratulations to my friend for getting her thing fully funded. I can't wait to get my copy. Sadly, money is tight right now, so I could only get the digital copy. But hopefully in the future, when things get a little better for me financially, I'll be able to pick up the physical. I love the idea of finding an easy, quick, simple game to combine both the best of 5e and the best of the OSR ideal. And maybe this will be a game that'll get 5e players to come on over and see that there are other games that are as good or better than D&D that manage to capture the best of both. But because I'm an asshole, now I have to ask the question, why? A lot of people during the OGL panic said, we're going to make games. I'm going to make a game. I'm going to make a game. I'm going to kickstart a game. And my game's going to be the alternative for the OGL, OSR, Open D&D. Wizards of the Coast is doing all these horrible things to gamers. So, let's make a game. And, the biggest two, of course, were Kobold Press and Paizo and Matt Colville, who are all like, we're going to make a game. We see what Wizards of the Coast is doing, and we are standing against this. And the whole gaming industry was like, except for like 5 people, was like, yes, what Wizards of the Coast is doing is absolutely horrible. Let's boycott Wizards of the Coast, D&D be gone. Let's crash D&D Beyond and let us all get behind what's going to be the next big thing that's going to kick 5e off the top of the pyramid and give us a game that run by a company that actually appreciates its players. And while the sentiment is still there, I am still 100% boycotting anything to do with D&D. You notice I didn't do a review of the new playtest. I will still report Wizards of the Coast news, but yeah, and a lot of us are like, I'm done with D&D. But the companies who said they were going to make games, very little. Let's just go. Hey, Paizo, what's going on with Open RPG? Oh, I don't know. You haven't updated the page since Thursday, January 12th, 2023. Despite the fact all the Paizo Pathfinder games got sold out, everybody was looking at Pathfinder 2nd Edition and Paizo to be the one to step up to Wizards of the Coast. We were all like, what are you going to do? And they're like, we're announcing this. And everybody was like, yes. They got like over 1,000 companies to jump on board and say, yes, we are going to jump onto the ORC. We're going to support this. We're not going to support 5e anymore. Here it is almost 2 months later. Where is it? Where's anything resembling an update? I've been onto the Discord and not much is going on. So what's going on, Paizo? What's going on? Hey, Kobold, you're having a huge sale right now on all your thing, 17th anniversary sale. Every day, new deals on your old 5e stuff. You know, you can get this thing for nothing. You can get this thing for nothing. You can get this bundle for $16 of all old 5e stuff. Blood Vaults of Sister Avacula, a 5e adventure for free PDF. A Bunch of Munsters for 5e from Cobalt Press for free for BDS. Meanwhile, hey, what is going on with Project Black Flag? You know, how you were going to change the world of gaming. Oh, yeah. Nothing. Yeah. Other than we know that you're going to actually be making a 5e adjacent game instead of a brand new game. We heard a rumor that they actually, before the OGL nonsense, they were going to be making a brand new system that was not anything to do. But that they also were going to continue to support, you know, the fact that they already had a whole bunch of 5e stuff, and they had a whole bunch of 5e stuff in the cartridge ready to go. So they were going to print all those, and then that was it for them in 5e. They were going to support the 5e stuff they already made, but going forward, they were going to make something completely different. But then the SRD came out, and they were like, well, we already have 5e stuff, so why don't we just make our stuff that both supports our current 5e, moves forward to support our future 5e stuff for as long as we can, and that way, as well as being different enough that we can make our own system called Project Black Flag. And we've looked at the first playtest of Project Black Flag, and we were like, this looks exactly like 5e. You've got to be different enough to really either go one direction or another with 5e in order to convince people to not play 5e anymore, since according to Wizards, 5e is not going anywhere. 6e will just be an expansion of 5e. But then why does 6e need its own player's handbook if it's just going to be an expansion of 5e? Wizards of the Coast, and why you're changing so many things if it's just going to be an expansion of 5e? Because it really sounds like a brand new game. But hey, it's March 3rd, and where is anything from Project Black Flag? Nowhere. Meanwhile, no big publishing company behind her, no multi-million-dollar history behind her, no vast amount of advertising revenue. She just did this in her house with a couple friends and ran over to Kinko's and then convinced somebody to, you know, publish it and make this stuff for her with probably, you know, what, $10 in her pocket. And she's like, I'm going to make my own game. Everybody else is talking about it. I've already got this half-finished thing. All I need to do is scrub all the OGL SRD stuff out of it and make it unique enough that I can put it out there. It's got some 5e stuff. It's got some OSR stuff. It's got some OGL stuff. It's got some stuff I made up, including some very interesting new rules on timing and initiative and gear. And she was like, yeah, I'll throw it out there. What's the worst that can happen? And she got fully funded because she actually did it. You know, and people are like, put your money where your mouth is. And she was like, yeah. And then Peso's like, we'll get around to it. And Kobold's like, we're working on it. But she did it. And I think that's why so many people jumped on it and supported her. And that's why she got back so fast. Now, I could also be an asshole and say, well, it's also because she's a girl. But no, let's face it. It's because she, with nothing but a tin can and some string, got her game into Kickstarter, got it on market, got it fully funded without having any real, you know, who is this person? Without having a multi-$1,000 advertising thing behind her, without anything, she got Shadowdark out because she actually did what Peso and Kobold and Matt Colville and everybody else said they were going to do. But as of March 2nd, we've seen Jack. So all, you know, the people who are, you know, talking about how horrible we were for D&D Begone, we're making them look like they were right, because there is no ORC out yet. Project Black Flag's not out yet. But meanwhile, Shadowdark is getting tons of praise. Professor Dungeon Master, Ben from Questing Beast, all these people are like, yeah, even some guy who said, I'm not going to talk about anything 5e anymore is talking about it. Me, of course, I was going to talk about it because I'm a big fan of hers. I backed it, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. Because, I mean, even troll lords who had the next biggest investment in the thing were like, yeah, we're going to do something. But she went and did it. So congratulations. And I think that's the reason why. Not only, you know, because it was just an amazing take and she got it out there so quickly, it's because I think people are like, you all said you were going to do something. We all got behind you. We fought and clawed and put up with a month worth of BS to get Wizards to back down. Now you need to put up or shut up because we supported you expecting this to be done and it's not. Meanwhile, here's this one person who did this out of her house with, you know, a tin can and strings. So yeah, I've said enough. Head on over to the Kickstarter if you want to support this, or, you know, maybe if you're feeling generous, just head on over to Big Geek Emporium and support me. And hey, Arcane Library, since I'm buying your stuff, shouldn't you be buying my stuff? Even though I've already sent you some stuff for free. Anyways, head on over to Big Geek Emporium and buy my merch. Link down below. Head on over to Kickstarter and back this project. Link down below. Very proud of you, my friend. Very proud of you. Can't wait to see what is next with the Shadowdark experience. Will it be the OSR Game of the Year? I don't know. We'll see. Congratulations, my friend. I will talk to you later. That's it for me today. Till next time, I'm the OGGM. If you appreciate my content, let me know. If you don't appreciate my content, let me know because I can't fix it if you don't tell me what's broken. If you appreciate the nonsense that's coming out of my mouth and want to see more, head on down to my Kickstarter. Not my Kickstarter, my Patreon. I have nothing to kickstart. Or head on over to Big Geek Emporium. And for $2 each, pick up my 8 issues of the Monsters Minions on a Mission multiverse zine, 8 individual 10+ page zines, all dedicated to each one dedicated to one specific monster, including my 5-star reviewed love letter to slime. Till next time, stay safe and stay off my land. And congratulations once again to my friend over at the Arcane Library. Very proud of you, my friend. Very proud. Now get off my land.